This is Daily Armenia, ＳիվիլNeթ's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Armenian Foreign Minister Ararat Mirzoyan announced today at a joint press conference with his Slovenian counterpart, Tanja Fajon, that Armenia is hopeful for a positive outcome regarding the European Union's peace facility's proposal to allocate 20 million euros to the country this year. The proposed assistance has so far been vetoed by Hungary, a country with a Euroscepticist government generally aligned with Russia. Minister Fajon assured Armenia of her country's full backing of the 20 million euro proposal, stressing continued European support for Armenia. This proposal follows a 10 million euro assistance package provided to Armenia last year, as the EU aims to support Armenia's defense sector with non-lethal defense aid and contribute to regional peace and security. The allocation has faced delays due to Hungary's repeated veto of the decision, which has blocked its approval in the EU Council. Hungary has done so 6 times, preventing the European Peace Facility from moving forward with the allocation. Relations between Hungary and Armenia remain strained due to the 2004 murder of Armenian serviceman Gurgen Margaryan by Azerbaijani officer Ramil Safarov in Budapest. In 2012, Hungary extradited Safarov to Azerbaijan, where he was hailed as a hero. As a result, Yerevan severed diplomatic ties with Budapest, which were only restored in 2022, and the embassies have yet to reopen. Amid ongoing pressure from Azerbaijan to amend Armenia's constitution, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said yesterday that, in his view, the new draft should not include a reference to the 1990 Declaration of Independence, but emphasized that the final decision must be made by the country's citizens in a nationwide referendum. This exact constitutional change is part of Azerbaijan's demands, ahead of the potential signing of a normalization deal between the nations. "This is my political position," Pashinyan told reporters in parliament. "We must separate constitutional reforms in Armenia from Azerbaijan's demands regarding the constitution." Pashinyan also reiterated that his ruling Civil Contract Party has pushed for a new constitution since coming to power in 2018, emphasizing that the reform process predates Azerbaijan's demands and is rooted in Armenia's internal political agenda rather than external pressure. Azerbaijani officials have repeatedly demanded that Armenia revise its constitution, particularly the clause which refers to the country's independence declaration. The latter mentions Nagorno-Karabakh, which Baku views as an ongoing territorial claim. In response to these demands, Armenian officials have pointed to major territorial claims enshrined in Azerbaijan's own constitution, as well as last year's ruling by Armenia's constitutional court, which stated that no clause in the Declaration of Independence can override the country's legislation. Additionally, Pashinyan addressed the regional connectivity issues, revealing that Yerevan has proposed to open a railway link going from Yerevan through Nakhichevan and Armenia's Sunik region to mainland Azerbaijan, but only under the conditions of mutual respect for territorial integrity and sovereignty. Baku has yet to respond to the proposals, he added. Vardan Ghukasyan, a mayoral candidate nominated by the Armenian Communist Party, was elected mayor of Gyumri today, receiving the support of 18 out of 33 members of the newly elected city council. His appointment came during the council's inaugural session, which was boycotted by the ruling Civil Contract Party. In a statement on social media, Civil Contracts candidate Sarik Minasyan, who led the municipal election last month with 37% of the vote, accused rival political forces of stealing the votes of Gyumri residents and handing them over to others, warning that the city is headed for a political crisis. He also called for new municipal elections. None of the parties won an outright majority in the March vote, which prompted negotiations among those that crossed the electoral threshold. Ghukasyan's bloc, that won 20.7% of the vote, received backing from the Mother Armenia, My Strong Community and Us City alliances, paving the way for his confirmation as mayor. Ghukasyan was previously mayor of Gyumri from 1999 to 2012 as a member of the formerly ruling Republican Party. His confirmation as mayor comes amid an ongoing criminal investigation against him, as he is suspected of coercion related to political gatherings. You can also read our op-ed by our regular contributor, security expert Edward Arakilan, on the recent first joint military exercises between Armenia and Iran. While limited in scale and largely symbolic, the exercise carries important geopolitical weight and signals a new phase in Armenia-Iran relations, he believes. Read the full article by following the link in the video description below. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.